Hey guys, you're live on the Archieluxury. This is the live streaming home, Archieluxury Corporate. How are you guys today, hey? What's going on? What's going on indeed? It is damn hot in Australia. We're in Brisbane. It's very, very hot. I got the air conditioner on. Now let's get a few people on here. Let's get a few people on. I'm going to post the link. And let's see what we can get there. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. We got Marco. Hey Marco, how are you?
Hey partner.
What's going on? Talk to me. What's happening?
Oh, not too much. I'm in end of semester shenanigans, so everything is due all at once.
Oh, I see. That's no good. So, okay, fair enough there. And what's going on as far as... Whereabouts are you? Tell me where you are. Where are you exactly?
From Montreal.
Montreal. That's in Canada. You're in
Yep.
Canada? And I got Plastic on the phone. Hello, Plastic.
Hey guys, how are we?
And I got
Hello.
Lolex. Hello, Lolex. How are
Lolex.
you?
What's going on?
Hey Lolex.
What's going on,
Hey,
everybody?
that's-
How you doing, Arch?
Hey, I'm okay. I'm okay, man. I'm okay. So talk to me. What's the go there? Tell me what the answer is. I want to know what the story is with you guys there. Wristwatches. All I want for Christmas is a Rolex at retail. You know, that's all I... You know?
You're gonna get it, Parnif.
Well, we tried yesterday. We were looking at Omegas. We're looking at Speedies. And it was on Gumtree. That's like our...
Fight that. Fight
Don't get
Omega.
that garbage. Come on.
Listen to
Let's
this. You know what
release the
happened? We had an Omega Speedy on Gumtree, and the guy tells us he's deaf, so he can't talk to
Oh
us.
yeah, that was the guy on the no. That was the FB Marketplace, man.
Facebook, was it? Yeah. So he's deaf. He can't. Can you believe this bullshit?
He said
Yeah, we-
that he was deaf and he couldn't talk properly.
Dong Johnson, $10. Lolex, Marco, and Plastic Water Pump. The new holy trinity of pontification, horological man talk.
Maybe I will
Oh,
become
I'm so
part of one
flattered.
day. Who knows?
Yeah, it's all very cool today. Yeah, so what's happening there? Tell me what's happening, man. I want to know what is happening in your world. Is it a good world? Is it a bad? What's happening? Tell me what's happening.
Can you direct your conversation to one of us at a time so we don't talk over each other?
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so here we go. What happened to Lolex? This guy's playing up. Hello, Lolex. You're there, aren't you? Hello, Lolex.
You might just be away.
Hello? Hello, Rolex?
Hold on.
Which one's which? Okay. Hello, Lolex? Hello, Lolex?
We
I don't know
got
what's going
super
on
cats.
here. Here we go. Kaus Kalkman, £5. Hi, Arch. Take a drink from me to soften you up before ask my question. Okie dokie. Thank you. And we've also got Yankee Doodle, $5. What should someone buy his wife for Christmas if he really doesn't like her? Okay.
Ooh.
So that's
Go
a
on
very
eBay, get her one of those fake Coach bags, and she'll think it's real. And there you go.
I didn't think Coach was that expensive, is it? Is Coach
No,
that
it's not that
dear?
expensive.
You could... Coach stuff is reasonable.
Can you guys
Coach
hear
is
me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we can
hear
hear
you.
Okay, sorry about that.
No
Okay.
worries. No
Um,
worries.
yeah. So what's going on with you guys? I haven't talked to you guys in a few days.
No,
Yeah, we've been missing you the past few streams.
look, I was trying to buy an Omega Speedmaster. I went out with lunch with Plastic Water Pump yesterday.
Oh shit! You wanted to get a Speedy. What happened to the
well,
Rolex?
we thought we'd ring up. Hello, JJ Lacoud.
What's up, Arch? What's up, Rolex? What's up, Plastic? Hey, Marco.
Hello, hello.
I got to tell you, so we were
actually
nearly scammed.
thought we'd
The guy
lowball this
says
guy,
he doesn't speak. He doesn't. We're trying to lowball him out, and then he says he doesn't speak. I mean, what's the chance of him? You know, it's a scammer. It's a scammer. Scammer.
He said that he was dead, and he couldn't talk because he was deaf.
Cows, Calcman, €2. Take the drink, big boy. I will. I got to go and get that from the other room. Let me go and get it. I'll go and get a drink. I got to go and drink. I've just been feeling a bit...
Grab a drink, buddy.
Okay, can I tell you something that happened?
Tell us.
Tell us.
Okay, so I was going. There's this girl I know, right? We just sort of we chat a bit on Facebook.
Where is
and
this going?
She accidentally sent me photos last night of her with her new boyfriend without telling me. You know what I mean? And it's not like we really have anything going, but
They're trying to mooch off your following, you know?
yeah, you know, it's kind of strange, you know.
That's not by accident.
Not that I care. Not that I
It's
care.
impossible that's by
Yeah, why
accident,
would you care?
know?
Not that I care. But
Do you think it was accidental?
Yeah, I know. That's what
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
even care. I don't even care. You know this? I don't even... Honestly, I don't care because I'm happily, you know, connected sort of guy with a woman. So I don't need extras, you know. I just do my own thing. I gotta tell you, seriously, it's been so hot. Is it hot in Brisbane water pump?
Oh, well, not for me, man. I'm over by the water, so it's like a beautiful, you know, high 20s, 28 degrees.
Oh, Connor, we have to ask. Lolex, did you get the call for the Explorer 1? Did you put in the call to get that Explorer 1 that we were talking about?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So,
Yeah.
listen, I spoke to two ADs. My two ADs that I have purchase history with, I spoke to both of them, and they both said that they haven't seen an Explorer in 3 months.
What?
Yeah, they're saying that there's going to be a new Explorer essentially in the new year.
Well, the
Explorer
anniversary.
2 or Explorer 1?
One. They're saying one. It's going to have, because if you think about it right now, the Explorer is the only 39 mil watch in the Rolex lineup, and it still has that old movement, the 48-hour reserve. So,
Archie, isn't the anniversary coming up for the Explorer
That's
this year?
correct. That's correct. That's
So we might
exactly
have to-
right. So it's a tricky. Brian BK, $5. Cheers to Arch for the unnecessary but much appreciated updated video this morning. Looking forward to growing the collection with the guidance.
Brian is a nice guy. And Arch is
Yeah.
a nice guy, too, for putting out that video.
that was a good video,
Yeah.
Arch. I
Yeah.
like that. You can admit when you're
Yeah.
wrong. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It shows
Yeah,
guts, you know? It shows
No, but to be fair though, if I were to see that guy Brian's collection just like on paper, I would immediately just be like, oh, this guy's just like a Rolex fanboy.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's what we were
it.
saying yesterday. He was in the live stream yesterday, and like he's
Yeah.
from New York too, so it's like, you know, there's a lot of things that factor in, and then there's the Nomo. So like
Yeah.
on the surface, it's hard to tell, you know. That's why we needed to get to know him and everything.
It's all just like hot models though.
Exactly.
like a
But he does
Pepsi,
like them, you know?
Daytona. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those. I would have those watches.
Ah, they're
If I won the
amazing.
if I won the lottery, I'd buy all those watches.
They're absolutely amazing stuff to have.
What I wouldn't do for a nice Pepsi at retail. Oh boy.
I'd get the Daytona over it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably splitting hairs, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Archie, are you gonna get a Speedmaster or are you gonna wait
Yeah.
for that sub?
No, get
no,
the
I got
sub.
look.
Don't
look,
get
look.
that shitter.
We were just kicking it around because I don't forget when I sell the paddock money comes in. I was thinking, you know, maybe I'll just get a Speedy to go with the Rolex. It'd be a great two-piece. That's it. That's all I need.
Were you gonna buy it new or used?
It was used.
Oh, that's yeah. What,
The
what
guy
were
was
they
a
selling
scammer.
for?
We didn't even get that way. We're trying to lowball it, right? We didn't even get to negotiate. We could just tell it was complete. I'm gonna go and get that drink. I gotta go and get that drink. Just
Yeah,
hang
get
on
it.
there. You guys
Grab it.
cover me
Okay,
for a minute.
Rolex.
So,
We had
Marco,
Yankee Doodle ask us a question saying, "What do you get as a Christmas present for a girl you don't like? Or I think it's his wife.
What do you get a girl for a Christmas present that you don't like?
Yeah, but that you're with, I guess. I said a fake Coach bag from eBay. You know, you get one of those fake Coach bags. They're nice and cheap. She'll think it's real. People won't know the difference.
That's funny. What would I get a girl? Vic, what did you say?
Send her a dozen pickles.
A dozen pickles? I said I'd give her COVID. That's what I would give her.
I mean, if you don't like her, why would you send her something?
I know, right? I wouldn't get her shit.
I mean, unless you gotta secretly pretend to like her for some reason.
Oh, it's his wife. It's his wife, not his girlfriend.
Wife.
Oh, you gotta buy your wife. You gotta buy your wife a Rolex, man.
What kind of wife? What Rolex would you buy your wife?
Oyster Perpetual.
I bought my wife.
Oyster Perpetual.
I bought my wife a two-tone date, just 2 diamond dial, full
What
body
a guy.
papers.
Jesus.
And yeah,
Plastic
because it's my
water
wife,
pump
man.
is that guy.
Here we go. Just having a little bit of a drink. I got a little bit of.
Because remember, guys, what's
Wow.
yours and your wife's, you own together. So if you're going to buy your wife something, buy her a Rolex that you can both enjoy.
Yeah, and it's waterproof, like Archie says, right?
Yeah, I would tend to say the only thing is I would tend to say the best Rolex for a woman really
Oyster
would
Perpetual.
be to get steel, oyster case, oyster bracelet, smooth bezel. I would just get an Oyster Perpetual, just simple. You know, you can get those in a number of sizes, just simple, one and done. Because that's going to be a watch that just, you don't need to muck around with the date. It's just something that wind and wear. Wind and wear.
Yeah, and it'll go up in value.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Appreciate value too.
By the way, I just want to say, someone in the chat, a Stuart D, he asked me about. I told a story a little while ago about like an AD that made me drive an hour out.
Yes, that's correct. You went there,
He's
and
got
then
a
he said
suit
you got to
shop,
buy
man.
jewelry.
He's got a
Just to get on the
he's
wait
got
list.
Super
But
chat.
yes,
Super chat.
Stuart, that was the AD. It was in Calabasas.
Super chat your question.
Where?
Yeah, there we go. Super chat.
Johnny Ron.
Plastic. Look, I got to tell you seriously, all I want for Christmas is a Rolex at retail. Can you believe I'm saying that? Man, that is just so wrong.
Oh, that's so
Here
funny.
we go. Johnny
Brian.
Rotten, $2 Canadian. Brian, buy Archie's Paddock and he can afford Rolex. Yeah, I got to tell you, I've actually currently at the moment, I've got that Vintage Watch Co. They are selling my Paddock. He's had a few inquiries. There's been a few inquiries. We'll wait and see what happens.
Nibble for no bite.
Ronnie, yes, we'll wait and see what happens. It's a tough market. You know, watch market is very hard. It's very hard. You know, it is very hard.
Hey, Archie, tell the punters about our Indian yesterday and how I requested that our Cokes came in cans for value shopping, so we didn't get ripped off.
Yeah. We went out for lunch yesterday, and he said because they put them into these trendy jam jars, you know, because they got.
Really?
It's just,
With lots of
he
ice.
said, no, can we have them in the can? Because he wanted to make sure they don't skim a little bit of the soda.
There you go,
You know, so.
Yeah, they give you a mason jar full of ice with a few drops of coconut.
Yeah. Showcase watches, £2.
McDonald's drive-throughs too.
New guess. Why
Here
are
we
you
go.
against
Showcase watches, £2. New guess. Why are you against the Speedmaster?
I love
I
the
don't think.
Speedmaster.
I don't think they're against the Speedmaster. They just want to make sure I do get a Rolex first.
Yeah, we're not against Speedmaster.
You get the Rolex
I like the
first, then the
Speedmaster. I just
Speedmaster.
think it's not for you because you're the pawn. If you can't have a Speedmaster over a Rolex, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, you could.
Stuart
Exactly.
D, $2.
Exactly.
I'm desperate to make a move. Thoughts? Original BLNR.
Ooh,
It's cool.
that is a very good watch.
Yeah, they're cool.
Nothing
Pay the
bad to say
piper.
about that.
Pay the piper.
I
Pay
know
the piper.
you gotta
Get it.
pay over retail for that.
Oh,
What are those
Rolex
like?
on the moon.
Let's play.
What are those, like
Rolex.
20 grand now?
Just
The
pay
BLNR?
it. Just
Yes.
pay the piper.
Yes, they are. Look, I got to be honest with you. You know, I would be very happy if I can get my sub date. I'd be over the moon.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
But you need a man on the moon too. You need one back in your life.
But the
Yeah.
Rolex first. The sub
Yeah,
first.
2 piece.
We're going to secure the sub first.
You
Then
need
we
the
can
2
get the...
piece. Hunger Buster.
I'm just wearing my other sports watch. Look at this. This is garbage.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Straight out of
Garbage.
TGV.
'Cause,
Straight out
you
of
know, you-
TGV. Pure class. Pure
Yeah,
class.
that's a TGV watch.
You
You gotta
can't.
give that to the
Put you
guy
onto
who
that
washes your
watch,
car.
Archie?
Sorry?
Who put you onto that watch?
A skinny Italian from New York.
No, that was actually came from.
Was it Freddie K?
Yeah.
Doesn't he live in
It doesn't
Philadelphia
matter.
now?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, I
The
think
thing
he
is,
does
it's
live in
sitting on
Philly.
my desk. It doesn't matter.
Can you
know?
imagine?
You gotta
Art,
give it
art.
to the guy who washes your car.
Ooh, Kalkman,
Oh, it's so
20
funny.
euros. Sorry, Arch and Andy. I am bored with Rolex and think we can get so many better watches for the money. Think about 8K for any Zenith Defy El Primo skeleton or a nice PAM 424. Why all the focus on Rolex? Look, I gotta be honest with you. You're right, I get it, but you gotta have at least a Rolex
One.
in the collection. You gotta have a Rolex because Rolex is
Every
the king.
man needs a Rolex.
Now for 8K, what would I get for 8K? You know what I would get? I reckon seriously, there's some beautiful watches, but what's waterproof? What can be more
I like a PAM.
waterproof?
PAM is
I was
good,
gonna say a
though.
pan.
What
Yeah,
do you think
PAM is
about
ideal, I would say. Better than a Zenith. I would say PAM over a Zenith.
If I had the wrist for
Use
it, I would
Planet
go pan
Ocean.
for sure.
I would go use
Yeah,
Planet
Planet
Ocean
Ocean,
or
that's a good
Tudor,
option.
or a Tudor, Black Bay.
Oh, we got another super chat, Archie.
Here we go, MJT. This is my friend who's getting me the Submariner date. I am so looking forward to it. Believe you me, I'm having such a hard time. Parcel is now in Leipzig, Germany, according to DHL tracking. Info
I was gonna say
on
the
the
tracking
way, my
number.
friend. Fingers crossed and positive thoughts. Thanks for the nice video on shipping to remind me of the risks. Laugh
What a
out
guy.
loud.
We love MJT. We love MJT.
Have you met MJT in person before?
No, I haven't.
We
Dude,
love
what the
MJT.
I really hope this goes your way, but that's like pretty.
What a mensch. That guy
crazy.
is the definition of a mensch right there.
And it's uncool to sell that. If someone helps you get a watch like that, you do not sell it. Only time will
way.
tell, Dan. Hopefully it slips through. It'll be fine. Come on, it'll be fine.
You're fine.
It'll be fine.
You're
Oh,
fine.
you're
You
on
didn't give any credit card information yet, did you?
No, he's cool. He's a very cool guy. Here we go. Dennis Valachi. Dennis Valachi, $10. Hey, Parnif, I'm currently looking at buying the new Pepsi GMT, but Mark 1 dial with the purple-pink bezel when they stuffed it up. Do you think it could be a potential investment? They're going for 30. Look, I gotta be
mean, he answered
totally
his own
honest
question.
with you. Look, they are so expensive. 30,000. I don't know if I'd be
No.
investing that. I don't know if I'd be investing.
No, I
as such.
disagree. Archie, they're an investment. I mean, anything Rolex messes up becomes collectible, right?
Well,
Yeah,
there's so
but-
many stuff.
Anything
There's so
Rolex
many.
makes, anything Rolex stamps on a dial is collectible, but you know,
That's literally buying at the top of the market, though.
yeah.
You're
For
literally
30,000, you're getting into really interesting
But-
watch
but hold on,
territory.
you
You could
can
get
get-
Investing in the
Patek.
stock
You
market,
get a
right?
world
blue
time.
paddocks for that. Yeah.
It's like investing in the stock market. Time in the market always beats trying to time the market, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go over 30. I mean, it will go over 30K, but I mean,
Yeah, you don't want to take a huge.
He's better off buying a
gap on it.
brand new Pepsi.
Hey guys, I'm just going to take a quick toilet break. I'll be back in one moment. I'll be back
Cool.
in a moment.
hell
We
yeah.
got a super chat from Stuart D. He says Rolex Panerai was huge because of Stallone and Arnold. Very true.
Yeah,
very
but
true.
still.
It's still a
Massive.
decent brand.
I mean, no, they're a super cool brand. I like Panerai a lot, but you know, they're too big for me at least. Wait, Marco, how big are your wrists?
Not that big. They're like about 7 inches, like 6.5 to 7. I never really measured it out. But the model I have, it doesn't have any lugs, so it wears like 45 millimeters lug to lug.
Oh shit! So you're rocking a 44?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I got the sub, the 40 mil sub, and it's like it fits, but I still feel like it's a little big on me.
Yeah. No, for sure. If you have smaller wrists, 100%.
Yeah.
But don't get rid of it. Keep it.
Oh no, yeah, no, dude, that watch took me like over a year to get.
worth the time for sure.
Yeah, worth the time, but shit, dude, I was calling 80s like left and right.
I don't doubt it. I mean, it sucks about the Explorer 1. I still wouldn't give up on it though. If you can get an Explorer 1,
I'm going to like,
especially if they're discontinuing it, because then you could just cash in if you want, like on the Hulk effect, you know?
Yeah,
like
it's so funny. The Oyster Perpetuals, those OP39s, those are like selling at like $8-9 grand now.
The worst is the Air King. They were selling at like 7,000 Canadian, and now they're like 9,000-10,000. I'm just like, nobody wanted this piece of shit, and now everybody wants it.
The new one?
Yeah.
They're selling above retail?
39 was the old one.
No, I'm talking not the Oyster Perpetual. I'm talking about the Air King.
Those are selling above retail right now?
Yeah. It's insane.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's without question the ugliest watch I've ever seen.
Rolex.
David SW.
That's so funny. I've done so much, like I've
in America
watches to them.
You know what I recommend in America?
What?
David SW.
Plastic, is Archie texting you from the toilet telling you to plug a commercial?
That's so funny.
Nah, man. He needs to answer those super chats though when he gets back. So just remind him. I might have to go soon. I've got an appointment. So.
All right. Right on, man.
He's a great guy, Archie. If you need advice, he's good. He's good.
Wait, real quick, Plastic Water Pump. Tell us about what happened with the Speedmaster.
Oh, yeah.
So there was an ad in the Facebook forums. I won't say which one to protect the guilty. There was an ad in the Facebook forums, and it looked legit. And the guy's like, "Yeah, I've got this speedy, 19 full box papers, big box receipts, everything, right?" And he's got 6.1 Aussie, which is about 4,200 US.
That's about right.
Right, that's used. That's news, right? So I said to Parnov, "Do you want a speedy? Because if you do, I'll do the deal, negotiate, and then we can meet up and you pay the guy, And because Parnov's banned from all these forums, you see. So I thought I'd do the deal on his behalf. So I contacted this guy via, the messenger, and he sends back, "I am deaf. I don't do any deals over the phone. You need to email me only." And that's a big red flag.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But this was an approved ad on that Facebook forum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always got to watch that.
Who's running the damn thing,
Yeah. I had someone had a Hulk, and it was like $3,000 under the asking price, like the going rate, and supposedly in great condition. The guy was maybe within 20 minutes, half hour from my house, driving distance, and I asked him to meet up with me in like a local Rolex AD, just so I could have him give a quick look, and pay him. Never answered again. Yeah. He only wanted to do PayPal. I was like, no, that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
PayPal friends and family. Sometimes you got to watch when it's too good to be true.
Have any of you guys ever been screwed in a watch deal before?
No, I've never been screwed. But if it was me, I'd meet in a bank. I would meet in a bank.
Yeah, the banks are probably the best places. In front of it or like close to inside of it.
I'm sorry to say, but if you need someone to authenticate a watch like that, you're better off buying it new or from a dealer,
Yeah, I agree.
Don't ask a third party to authenticate it because, it makes you look like a total dick. You know what I mean?
But it's not just that. It's also like if you're not comfortable purchasing it, like you just shouldn't buy it,
Yeah, that's right. You negotiate, you work out the price, you go meet you at the bank, do the deal, and then fike off. That's how it should be done.
I agree. If you get the ick at any point, you should never ever buy that watch. Like if you're turned off by the buyer, never buy it. Or the seller, excuse me.
I know a guy who did a deal in a police station. Just like, they just did it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I think that's a bit uncool, but isn't it? The police, they hate that. They don't like you wasting their time.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I thought it was kind of funny.
Parnov, you got super chats, Parnov.
Super chat.
He just had one that he missed.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We got Stuart D. Here we go. Lolex Panerai was huge because of Stallone and Arnold. Yes, very true. Yeah. Dennis Valchauchi, $10. Hey, Parnov. Oh, we did that one. That's just one super chat. That's great. We're back.
With the Lolex.
Yeah, you can't.
Look, I got to tell you, Panerai.
Yeah.
You know what
we
happened
get
with
it. That's
Panerai
all
is
this.
that super
Richemont,
rich.
No?
Yeah, Richmond. But you know what happened? They moved to AP. You know, they went to that big oversized AP. Then the super rich went to Richard Mille.
What is like the classic Panerai though? Like what is the Submariner of Panerai?
112 maybe.
The
Yeah.
111.
Yeah,
111,
112, just the classic.
I like the 183, the one that I have too. That's a classic Radiomir, I feel.
Panerai 112. I'm looking that up right now. Those are pretty cool. What are those trading at online? Like 4?
I bought mine for cheap. Box paper, even the plastic around the set, $3,000 US.
That's not bad.
Great buying, man.
I used to have one. I sold it for $5,500, and I bought an Explorer 2 Polar for $5,200 on Chrono 24. And then the bad part, Arch is going to kill me. I sold it for $7,900, and I bought the Datejust Wimbledon dial for I think $9,200. But they're going for
Yeah, but man, you liked that watch. You didn't like.
The Wimbledon dial Datejust.
Wimbledons are dope.
It's
I
really
didn't,
nice.
I didn't like the Explorer 2, and then I wound up getting the Batman anyway. So how many GMTs do you need, really?
Yeah.
Look, it's got to work for you. You know, look, I'm not anti. Look, I've sold. Look, you can't keep everything. You know,
Yeah,
it's
sometimes
your
you
money.
Yeah.
You can't tell another man what to do with his money. You know.
Now I want the 5205G.
Now I want a
Kaufman, Kaufman, don't care about the da-da-da. Who needs to wear Rolex? Let me wear a nice Pam 47 mil on my 8-inch wrist. I gotta tell you, man. Yeah, look, I gotta tell you, Kaus. Look, the thing is this. Rolex itself, I got a love-hate relationship with the brand, okay? I really do. I got a love-hate with the brand, okay? As soon as I was sick of it, I was sick of all the fanboys. But you know what? When I got rid of it, I wanted one so badly. I can't believe it. I can't believe.
You did a good video on the 512, the Radiomir. I know it's a little smaller. That's 42 mil, but I remember your video. That was years ago. You did that, like probably 6 years ago.
Is that the smallest Pam they make?
No, they go smaller. They go 40s. They got 40 mils.
I just like the 512 because it has the small crown. It doesn't have the crown guard. It's like more like almost like a dress version of.
Look at this, Joe Money, $2. U-boat is going to be the next Rolex.
Sure.
I don't think so.
Sure.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know what I hate more, U-boat or Graham. Who do you hate
What's
more?
that guy? Hey, ask him what he's smoking, man. But that's a crazy thing to say. That's crazy.
Ulyss Nardin is better than Rolex, right?
Yeah, I'd rather wear an
Showcase
Apple
watches, £5. Arch, the Rolex fire is burning out for purists. Will always be hyped and super expensive, but will eventually be on the wrist of every tool with money. That's so true.
I mean, it's always
ask
kind of a
something
tool.
about that, actually. I wanted to ask you something about that. Because you can't get Steel Sports Rolex at retail, right? And these idiots are buying like Tag Heuer, Breitling at retail because they're available, right? Every model's available. Do you think Rolex will be indirectly affected by that, like over a long period?
No.
Because people's perception of the brand Rolex, right, is just based off the exclusivity, right? But if they
Look, I got to tell you, I think it's going to hurt itself too, because if you can't honestly get Rolex, if you cannot
people
get
fed up, right?
They get fed up. People get very fed up. You know.
Exactly.
Look, the thing is this: is that you've got a whole horde of younger people, you know, 20 to 30, who can't ever get one. They don't have the AD contacts. They don't have, you know, they're just not going to be able. They when you buy your first watch, you want to buy it retail. You got to do the dance, you know. But now,
you want the showroom experience.
They can't go anywhere near there. They have no idea. And I got to tell you, man,
who's a Bitcoin trader.
Yeah,
that's what he does for a living. He's got a very good theory about Rolex and Bitcoin.
Okay,
what's the theory?
Yeah.
Well, basically, Rolex is a decentralized store of wealth.
Okay.
Yes, I'd agree with
that.
that.
Every single country, on every single, it's everywhere.
It's a universal currency.
Look, I'd rather have Rolex than Bitcoin, because let's face it, Bitcoin.
Enjoy your
Too
Rolex.
unstable. Too
Wear it.
unstable. Too volatile.
At least you've got a tangible asset at the end of the day, don't you?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. But it's very
Arch
mobile.
makes a good
transportable.
point though about the younger generation. Like if they don't start buying in at a young age, you're gonna lose them all when they have wealth in like 5-10 years. They're not
even going to want a Rolex. They say, "Oh, we couldn't
That's
get
what I'm
that."
saying, right? That's the point I'm making. They're buying all these Breitlings, these Tag Heuers, either
Not even-
Omega, gray market, or retail. Nonetheless,
even
right?
that,
They're not
dude.
buying Rolex, so you just get fed up with the shortage. You just say, "Forget Rolex. I'm going to buy everything else."
Everybody
Well,
I know has an Apple Watch.
If they start buying, let's say, like Omega, and then in 10 years,
My
maybe
children
that's
are
what they're
talking
used to
about
and they stay with you.
Pepsis.
Hold on, one at a
Children
time,
are talking
guys. One
about
at a time.
Pepsi, Hulks, and Batmans. I'm telling you now, Rolex is already in the psyche of the next generation coming through. It's in video games. It's everywhere. Like, it's every child now aspires to own a Rolex, and that's just you just wait. You wait and see. It's going to get worse.
When I was 20, I remember going into like the ADs, and no, I didn't even want the Rolex because the 36 mil was a little small for me, and everybody was buying 43, 42 millimeter, Breitlings and stuff like that. So I mean, we always knew about Rolex, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be a brand that people stay with. You know what I mean? Like, especially if they can't get one, like Arch is saying.
I agree. That's why I made the point, right? Because you get all these people who don't really know about watches, right? So they just get fed up. They're like, I'm going into Rolex, can never get what I want.
That's
I'm gonna
true.
go to these other shitters.
That's true.
Yankee Doodle, $5. If I was starting in the hobby now, I'd buy a Seamaster or something similar. Leave Rolex for the swinging dicks.
That's what I did.
I disagree.
I started with a Seamaster.
Yeah, but what can you get then? Tell me this. What can you get? Okay, so a newbie, he's into the watches. He likes, say he's got a Tag Heuer, right? So he's had a Tag. Now he wants to up his game, right? What does he do?
Datejust.
What does he do, man?
You go back to the Tag Heuer dealer and hope they're a Rolex AD.
Dude, you start with a Datejust and then you work your way up.
That's the only thing you can do.
But you know how much money that is? A lot of people don't have that. Datejust is not cheap, man. It's
cheap,
expensive.
but you buy it and then you move it.
I would probably buy a Tudor. I would buy a Tudor if I didn't have enough for a Rolex.
Yeah, I agree. Tudor's probably the best bang per buck watch right now.
I did buy a GMT. I bought the GMT Pepsi version specifically, and I have the Batman, Rolex Batman GMT. But if I go on vacation somewhere a little rough or something, I'm not going to wear that. You know what I mean? Like, so I bring the Tudor with me, and I don't mind if it gets banged up a little bit or, something like that.
Do you guys?
I think
you guys want to know something funny? You guys want to know something funny?
He tells people not to buy Tudor. Come on, Pino. Tell them why not to buy Tudor.
Tudor really, I tell you honestly, Tudor is just a stopgap until you can afford a Rolex.
Yeah, it's a placeholder.
Exactly.
Do you think it's bad to have one as a beater though, like for a vacation?
No, Tudor's okay. You can only look Tudor's okay. Nothing wrong with Tudor. They're a great watch, but come on, man. It's for people who can't afford a Rolex. And I got to be honest with you, Tudor has so many ugly models, man. You remember, it's only the Black Bay series.
Yeah, but the Black Bay it's an icon before it's an icon, It's already iconic. That's my thing. And then you get into Omega Seamaster. That's the metal is soft on the Seamaster. It scratches so easily because it's all polished and.
You got to own Rolex before you buy those shitter brands.
No, I agree. I don't disagree.
100%. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there were riots probably, I don't know, like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah. And, they raided
They raided a Rolex boutique.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's so
There was
funny.
nothing in there.
There was nothing. They just took a bunch of boxes. But I was like, when I saw that, I was like, good. I hope Rolex lost a bunch of watches.
Here we go, JB, $2, Tudor, Black Bay, GMT, Pepsi. Actually, that is so cool, man.
It's a great watch. That's a great watch.
Yeah, the prices are tanking on those ones.
Yeah, but that's because they were exclusive before, but not anymore, right? So they're coming to their market value.
People want a Rolex because they go, oh, you know what? I want a real watch.
No, I disagree. At first, they were really hot because they were limited. Like they weren't they had just come out really. So now they're coming to their fair market value, right? In the short run, everything that's not available is going to be.
I think they're tanking because everybody's moving to the 58, the smaller model now.
Yeah.
I don't really think
reckon
they'll
bring out the 58 GMT? Will they do that?
Yeah.
Will they bring out a 58
for sure.
GMT?
Yeah,
You
I
know?
hope so, and I hope they come out with a 58 chrono because I like the Black Bay chrono, but 14 millimeters is like that's a piece of steel on your wrist, like it's a slab of steel.
Here we go. Here we go. We got Kaus Kalkman, €2. Will Rolex be like Australian trainers soon?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Australian trainers. I don't know what he
Well,
means by
Rolex
that. What does he
like
mean?
Super chat another thing, explaining yourself. We don't know what.
Yeah. Hey,
I got to tell you, seriously, I think Rolex is going to become like Patek. It's going to become Grail status. That's kind of become, you get one Rolex. In the old days, you'd have 3 or 4 Rolexes in your collection. Now, I think it's one and done. You have other stuff to go with the Rolex. The Rolex is the Grail, and that's exactly where Rolex does belong. You understand that? Rolex is the king.
Archie, okay, so let's say you get the Rolex. Let's say you get the Rolex.
Yes.
What's the second watch you buy? And it's
you
not
get a Speedy.
Not
you
the
get a Speedy.
What's the second one you buy?
No, you normally would get a Speedy. You get something else like
maybe
that.
You could get a PAM. You can get a JLC.
Depends what
Super Ocean.
Yeah, Super Ocean.
Omega,
They've gone up. You notice
maybe
this?
a Constellation too. Omega.
Here we go. Super chats.
Yes,
Elcorn Holio 23, $5 in my mid-20s. I started with Breitling, then Omega. Finally bought a Batgirl this past weekend from the AD. Well done, Elcorn Holio.
Congratulations.
We got 2 more super chats.
And we got GB $2.58 if you have girly sized wrists. No, I think
disagree.
I got to be honest with you. I had the Black Bay Burgundy. I've had it a couple of times, and every time I've had it, I also had a Monte Carlo. You know, the Tudor Monte Carlo. Too big, too tall, too tall.
Too big. That's what I was saying.
It's just a bit too. I mean, it's almost passable, but it's too damn big. Showcase watches,
More than
$2. Tudor picked up Rolex tool watch baton of the 90s.
I agree.
Hey guys, I gotta go. Great chat today, guys. You guys.
See you later, plastic.
Bye, bud.
Don't forget, Tudor came out with that Tiger Woods like Daytona, right? The Daytona version.
Oh, I remember that. The Tiger Tudor.
I quite like the Tiger. You know, I like the Tiger
nice
Woods.
Watches, right? And those are still a pretty good value. But
they are.
They're good tool watches.
They were great tool watches.
But again, too thick. Like, it was a Valjoux movement, like 14 millimeters. That's too big. It's a slab of steel on your wrist. Too thick.
Hey, what do you guys think about the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra World Timer?
Oh.
That's a nice watch or horrible watch? I find that to be like a very polarizing watch. Either people love it or
it's very busy.
Yeah.
But it's thick. It's like the Aquaterra Day-Date. That's like, again, 14 millimeters. It's almost the size of a chronograph.
How many mils is that?
43.
Like 14 millimeters? That's big. That's 40. Not sliding under any like Jackson.
You say 44? You say
it's 43.
43, yeah. It's a big watch. That's a big watch.
Kaus Kalkman, €2. AK Ponif, I will add a Rolex, but the Explorer one. I will add a Rolex.
He has an 8-inch wrist. Get an Explorer 2, the 42 mil.
How the fuck are you gonna wear that with an?
Yeah, Explorer 1 is gonna be a girl-size watch on an 8-inch wrist.
Explorer 139 mils isn't too bad. That's not
on an 8-inch wrist.
Tony Soprano
wears pretty big though, right? Archie wears
8-inch wrist.
39.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay.
Tony Soprano could wear a 36 millimeter Day-Date.
Yeah.
I think an 8-inch wrist would be fine with a 39.
But that was different. The culture was different. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying.
It was different, man. The culture was different. You're right. And Tony Soprano, where is he today?
Yeah, he's dead now.
He's 6 foot under, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You know, he had a large wrist. I think a 39 mil would not be a problem on a 8-inch wrist. Don't you agree, Archie? You think it's too big? I think it'd be fine.
The problem is he said he wears a 47 mil Panerai, right? How is he going to go from 47 mil to 39 mil Explorer 1? It's going to be too small.
Dude is all over the place. Do you guys watch The Sopranos?
I love The Sopranos.
Dude, it's so the watches in that show are so disappointing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it was 20 years old, but do you understand?
Yeah, but still.
20. Don't forget that 20 years ago it was still like quartz crisis recovery, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at that kitchen. That kitchen, you could tell you all you need to know. The kitchen is like
that's so true.
90.
Yeah, it was really ornate. It was like gold trim and all that stuff. That's not.
Yeah, but like, So many Movados and like Cartiers.
But that's what was hot back then, right?
Yeah.
When I was in high school, everybody had a Movado. That was like
Movado, Belova. That's what every like idiot person who didn't know watches bought.
Archie, was Cartier the shit back in the day?
Oh my god.
Look, Cartier was the shit when it was iconic. So you used to buy a Cartier. It was like Rolex. You could buy a Cartier and it was timeless.
Really?
When they became a fashion watch, you know, like the Santos came out in the 70s, are so revolutionary. But you know, the problem is that they weren't waterproof. That's the big thing. Rolex, you look at Rolex, what did their main thing is that they were so the waterproof thing, or the oyster case.
Yeah.
So many Omegas. My dad had a Seamaster. They just used to slap Seamaster on the side on the dial of anything just to sell. It was like Geneve.
I do like the new Cartier drive. I like that, especially the Moonface one with no date, just the time-only Cartier drive with the Moonface. By the way, we have a super chat.
Here we go, Brian BK, $5. There is a well-balanced Rolex consumer who appeals to ADs, not overzealous, won't resell, and will be loyal, returning customer. Worth a discussion. I got to be honest with you. The problem is, man,
they want people who buy jewelry and every date just available.
Motherfuckers.
They don't sell.
They'll make you drive an hour out of the way.
They want bundle buying. That's what they want.
Pieces of shit.
It's all good, you know. It's all good. It's all good. I think seriously, I think it's really sad what's happened to Rolex. You know, I think in some ways I don't think Rolex knows what to do. They're a very old Swiss. The Swiss don't have any sense of humor. They're very they don't know exactly what to do with this thing that's happened. I got to tell you honestly, it's will it ever end? I think with Rolex, because the stars have aligned, I don't think they may keep this mantle. I remember in the 90s, Rolex wasn't cool. You know, when I had 4 Rolexes, everyone said, "What do you want so many Rolexes for? Why would you do that?"
Yeah, it was JLC, right?
No, I had Rolex. I had 4 Rolex. I had a Day-Day 18238.
JLC was in, right? JLC and Panerai.
Pam, IWC, those sort of brands were in. And I got a video. I reckon the reason why Rolex, everyone dumped, I think it's to do with Swatch Group, because they came along and said that we're not going to supply ETA movements to anyone anymore. They started clamping down on supply, and that made it an issue, and I believe that's what made Rolex the king. So I gotta be honest with you,
but they were already making their own movements before then, weren't they?
Well, Rolex had a deal with a company called Aigner, and they bought them in the early 2000s. They were just exclusive makers for Rolex. So
yeah, so it's technically in-house by today's standards, right?
Today it is, but what I'm saying is, in the day, it didn't really matter. Nobody cared. You used to just piece things together, and that was acceptable.
Yeah.
It's really because Swatch Groups clamped the screws and said, we're not going to supply ETAs to anyone anymore. We're going to be limiting supply. And that's when Salita, that terrible,
that's what IWC uses now, no?
That's correct. Same as Kaus Kalkman, €5, returning Rolex customer. That's why the brand sucks. Give us options, Pontus.
No, that's what makes the brand so great, is they have return customers. People can't get enough of Rolex.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think Rolex itself, everyone goes in and out of Rolex. It's
all
a very
come back to Rolex. They all roads lead to Rolex.
How many Rolexes do you need, but as a collector, how many do you need? Seriously.
2.
I would say at least one. At least one.
I think you need one. You need to have one.
Yeah.
I think you need 2.
2 is good. 2 is better. 2 is always better than 1, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 is a lifetime achievement nowadays if you can get one.
It's a lifetime achievement to have one. Showcase watches, £5. I respect people with his Seiko SKX and his active outdoor lifestyle more than Rolex wearing shirt and tie stockbroker. Tudor, perfect balance.
We can agree to disagree.
I if anything, I respect the dude in the suit and the paddock more than the dude in the sub. Yeah. If I see like a banker with like a a
I
Calatrava
don't like
on.
bankers, to be honest with you. I don't like.
I'm just saying, like a
wanker.
banker, a lawyer,
You
or a
know.
professional with
Let's
like
do
a
it.
paddock.
Bank
I'd be like, oh, that dude's got
Wanker,
money.
that's it.
I
You
love
know, I
Like that
mean,
dude's got money.
you know, I got to be honest with you. I don't know. The whole world has changed. You know, we're not in the same world that we used to be in. We're in a very confused state now. And I've got to be totally honest with you. The role models aren't what they used to be. You know, it's here we go. Bear Clooney, $2. Bear Clooney saying to me here. Bear Clooney is saying to me here, only inexperienced and tasteless put down Cartier.
What do you think about the drive? I like the Cartier drive. I'm telling you,
Look,
it's a nice
the
watch.
problem with Cartier, they became very, very fashion watch.
I
Yeah.
agree. I don't like the American and the Tank Solo and
The Santos are pretty cool.
The
The
Santos
Solo, that was because that's basically a gold watch with a steel back. It just cheapened the brand. You know, it's like musty Cartier. They don't make musty Cartier. It's, you know, that's no longer
Christian
cool.
from Theo and Harris have one at one point? Musty Cartier? I think so.
Well, that was their cheaper range. They were the gold-plated ones, so they were a lot.
Speaking
I had a few. I had a few in my time. Yeah, I've been there.
You said it's true.
I'd
Why
rather
buy
have
a
a
Cartier when you could buy a Jaeger LeCoultre?
Yeah, I'd rather have a Jaeger LeCoultre than a Cartier, no question.
But the problem with JLC is the metal is softer, right?
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's so much
It's
cooler.
soft. That's
It's
the
softer,
problem.
but
Like, it's not a
I don't wear it
hard-wearing
when I'm,
watch,
like,
and they're
playing
delicate.
football.
The movement is delicate. That's why I'm hesitant. I love the Master Control sector dial.
Yeah.
I was very close to buying that, but again, I like scratch
Well,
magnets.
it's not Rolex strong.
movement.
It's not. Look, it's a dress
Exactly.
watch. Okay,
Yeah.
they are. For what they are, they're amazing. JLC makes some great stuff.
And the movement isn't that delicate, right, Arch? I mean, it was designed to play polo with.
But you have to be careful with it. You can't just like.
Yeah, no, I look. I got a Reverso. Like, I love my Reverso. They are delicate. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta call it what it is. They are a bit delicate, but they're great at watches. They're amazing. They are absolutely amazing for what you get. You know, JLC was a movement maker. Here we go. Bear Clooney, $2. Gordon Gekko knows best. One gold wristwatch. Remember the movie?
What did Gordon?
Wall Street
What did he wear?
2.
What did he wear? Gordon Gekko.
It was a Santos, gold Santos, little small one, and one mobile phone brick.
God, that movie was awesome. Wall Street, I love that movie. Charlie Sheen was so good in it.
Yeah, what the hell's Charlie Sheen? Jesus Christ, that went bad, didn't it?
Christ.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Charlie Sheen was awesome.
He fell off.
Dude, if I could party with anyone, it'd be Charlie Sheen for sure.
Oh goodness, not with what he has now.
Well, not now, like 80s
not
Charlie
now.
Sheen. For sure, 80s Charlie Sheen. That'd be awesome.
I don't understand why they just went crazy. Charlie Sheen went crazy. You know, I used to also love. One of my best finance movies is Margin Call. I love that with Paul Brittany. Paul Brittany's cool. Stanley Tukik's in it. Jeremy Irons in it.
It's an amazing movie. If you have a chance, you should watch it.
I've never seen it.
That and like Wolf of Wall Street are like the two. Because I'm a business major, so you have to watch like all those finance movies. Those are the two you watch. You know.
The only thing about Wolf on Wall Street, he never had respect for the luxury goods. I think
the
whole
it's
point.
The lifestyle. That's why. It's the
lifestyle.
But
the point is, the whole point in getting a Rolex is it lasts forever. It's not a throwaway, disposable item.
Yeah.
The whole point is, it's something that'll last forever. You got to look after it, treat it with respect. Like if you had a Ferrari, you'd treat it with respect. You don't treat it like a piece of shit. You know what I mean, or not?
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
Here we go. We got showcase watches, £2. Honestly, guys, 20 years from now, Tudor for men.
Yeah, Rolex will always be better than Tudor.
There's no question.
It's always the baby cousin of Rolex, you know. So it's like
it's the hip uncle.
It'll be the second best.
Hip
It'll
uncle.
always be second best.
The hip uncle.
The hip uncle who got busted with weed. You know.
He's the uncle that buys you cigarettes and beer.
Exactly.
Archie, it's like
guys, I'm going to wrap this up. This has been a great show.
Oh, yeah.
We went on for almost an hour. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk Rolex tomorrow. We'll be here and see you tomorrow, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.